Can you share what kind of numbers that you guys are doing?
Close to like 200k a month consistently, so that's very promising for the future, of course.
It's good that you guys instantly are doubling down on expanding.
Yeah, of course, man.
How did the entrepreneur journey start?
2020 or something, I bought a course. Together with Winston, started dropshipping, and then we found a product and we created a brand around it.
What were you selling at the time?
It was then during the COVID, like you need a mask. It went okay, yeah.
When you get your first sale, it's like some kind of mental barrier that you break. Because if this is possible, if I can get one sale, what prevents me from like getting 100 sales or like 1,000 sales?
What changed for you guys? Of course, you had like a mindset shift. What did you guys do different?
The only thing we did different was just put the work in, man.
Yes, guys, welcome to this new interview with two mastermind clients of mine, Winston and Daniel. They decided to join my mastermind a couple months ago after they found a new winning product for them, which helped them lead to doing 50k in net profit. And they were like, man, we gotta go to the top of the top. We go to Samuel, who is doing millions a month with his e-com business, and we are gonna join his best program, and that's the mastermind program, 6-month program. We just enrolled it. Results have been magnificent. So they were doing about, 90k in revenue. They scaled it to 200k a month in just a month and a half or so. Bro, they're still in my mastermind program, crushing it. Anyway, enjoy this interview. One thing I can say, you will see their numbers right now. Just wait and see. By the end of this program, what will they be doing? $1 million a month. Just wait and see. Anyway, enjoy. All right, guys, there we are. I'm here with two mastermind clients of mine, Winston and Daniel. They've now been in my program just for a month or two, not too long yet. But what they got going on is very good, amazing guys as well. Doing good so far. So in this interview, I want to dive deeper into their story, also a bit of background, how the e-com journey has been so far. So Winston, maybe you can introduce yourself first, and afterwards Daniel.
Yeah, of course, man. So first of all, thanks for having us. It's an honor to the both of us to be invited to conduct an interview. Our e-com journey started, I think, about 4 years ago. First, when I graduated, I started with a video production company, making videos and films for companies and artists, rap artists in the Netherlands. And then I got introduced to... Sorry?
How old were you back then?
I was, at the time, I think 18 starting.
Okay.
And I quit that when I was 19. I think I've done it like a small year because I got introduced to like e-com, and the scalability of e-com is what got me immediately. So Daniel and I have been friends since way back, since we were younger, like 5-6 years old. COVID started. We saw the potential of e-com and came across this product that only made sense to us to like start a store with. And that was basically our first real touch with e-commerce, having sales, doing marketing, etc. Now fast forward, a lot has happened, of course, in the 4 years since then. A lot of setbacks, small wins, which all resulted into having the beginning of a stable brand right now. We had a general store a few months ago, which we had a winning product on, and we're building it out to a brand right now, man.
Very good. Yeah, because right now, for context, can you share what kind of numbers it is that you guys are doing?
Yeah, we're doing close to like 200k a month consistently, so 200,000. About 10k a day in the Netherlands right now, in Belgium. We had to scale down a bit a few weeks ago due to some problems with our structure. We managed to fix it pretty quickly. We're also starting up in Denmark right now. We did a creative testing phase there a few weeks ago, and we're slowly scaling over there, doing about 1.5k a day. But we have like a crazy CVR over there, about 8.5%. So that's very promising for the future, of course. We're also starting up with friends. Over there, we're just in a creative testing phase, like seeing what hits the target audience and what doesn't. That goes pretty well as well. It's a bit more inconsistent, but we're seeing more and more consistent numbers by the days. And I predict that we will also hit like 1K days over there in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Then we've discussed with Dennis to hit the big five as well. We started in Australia like a few weeks ago. Then we got some PayPal issues, so we're trying to fix that. And then we're trying to hit the big five, man. And when we have those in our pocket, in terms of like doing a good roller style consistently, being able to scale, it's a game over, man.
It's good that you guys instantly are doubling down on expanding, diving into multiple.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
Because of course you can also lean on just the Netherlands, but besides overall generating more revenue, it's also more protecting yourself, right? If one market maybe performs a bit less. So yeah, what I want to dive into first, of course, Daniel, maybe you can introduce yourself as well, because how did you guys were just friends from since young, or how did the entrepreneur journey start? Was it similar at the same time together, or
yeah, we started pretty much together. Back in like 2020 or something, I bought a course, and together with Winston started dropshipping, and then we found a product that Winston told about, and we created a brand around it, made our first 1K profit or something, then made some mistakes, like marketing agency that didn't help us good enough, so we had to stop that. And yeah, we kept on dropshipping, creating brands for 4 years.
What were you selling at the time, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, sure. It was during the COVID. People with like mouth masks, it started to fog up their glasses. So we saw like these strips they put beneath their mask, and then their glasses wouldn't fog up as much. So it went okay. Yeah. Bought in stock and everything, but yeah, the marketing agency they fucked us.
So before you guys stumbled across ecom, what were you guys doing? You were around 18 at the time, right? Or younger even?
Yeah, around 18 years old. Right?
How did it start? Like, did you guys always want to be entrepreneurs, or what was the drive and inspiration? Were you guys broke, or you had maybe others you looked up to making money? Where did it come?
Yeah, man. So for me, it all started. I did my internship in Spain when I was in my last year of college, and I was broke as fuck over there. Didn't have a lot of money to like do fun things and shit. And I was good with like video editing and being creative and stuff like that. So I was thinking like if I could just like sell videos or edit videos for people, I can get a few bucks here and there, and I could keep on going with like buy myself a nice dinner and going out and stuff like that. That's where it started for me, and that was like the first real touch for me with like doing more than what is given to me, right? So making your own money on your own terms, etc. Then that expanded to like a video production company. And we did like videos at starters of like, I did a whole lot of shit free at the beginning, just to like gain some experience, gain a portfolio, stuff like that. And then in like half a year, I mean, those videos also started to like bring in some money. I was going to companies, had a small team, had a cameraman, arranged all the stuff. But the problem I faced back then was the scalability. There were a lot of things that came looking at creating like a whole video, like a production, and that's why ecom attracted me so much. So when we did like the nose strip, which prevents your glasses from fogging, we used Facebook ads to like sell those things, and even I also was like texting in Facebook groups for people like, hey, I've come through this nose strip the other day, so if you're gymming and you have like foggy glasses, just buy this stuff. We did like as much as possible to sell or like to get a proof of concept. And then the first day we had like quite some sales. I think like 11 sales or 12 sales on the first day. I remember the very first sale very well, man. I was in the metro in Hilversum in the Netherlands. Daniel was in the gym, and the notification we got was like, you have your first sale. And that was like crazy, man, because at that moment, when you get your first sale, it's like some kind of mental barrier that you break, right? Because if this is possible, if I can get one sale, what prevents me from like getting 100 sales or like 1,000 sales? So that was like the first ever touch with e-commerce for me, and I think it's the same for Daniel.
Yeah, man.
So, can you walk me through maybe the timeline of like, okay, beginning 2020? I don't know which month it was when you started, because it was during COVID, right? Or COVID just started.
Yeah, I think February, somewhere around there, man.
Yeah.
February, March, something like that.
Yeah, because around that time, I remember I was in here in Dubai, and COVID wasn't even around in the Netherlands or here in Dubai yet, but it was picking up in China. And before you know it, it became in the Netherlands, and then everyone started making a whole lot of money online because stores were closing, shit like that. So you guys were like,
Yeah.
okay, we can capitalize on this. But maybe you can walk me through how the first year for you guys went, maybe by month, maybe some of the mistakes and also the good things you guys did.
So one of our biggest problems back then, when starting the first shop, is we were very inexperienced in like selling online, basically, starting with like Facebook advertisements, how to run a campaign, how to set up a campaign, but also like how to use different angles, different hooks. It was all new for us. So we got in contact with a marketing agency that didn't really have had much to offer, but we fell for it, which was a lesson, of course, if you look back to it. After that, that same store we expanded with products, and had, for example, this tablet stand, I think, which was one of the first successful products after the stand. You remember that, Daniel? Which for your tablet that people could like bring everywhere. We used to create all of our own ads, because I had a background in video editing. So like copying ads for me was like a no-go, because I was thinking like I know how to do this, so I'll do it myself. Which if I look at back now, it would have been better, of course, if we tested like more products and just took ads from competitors, and then based on what's working or not, we could like create our own ads. But a lesson again. So we expanded the store. Then we got some Facebook structure issues. We were not really familiar back then with like solutions in terms of this. So I think we closed the store back then, right, Daniel? And maybe later we created a new store after. Yeah.
Did you guys just follow strategies you saw on YouTube, or what was the plan maybe at the time?
Yeah, so we basically did. Daniel had this course from this guy, but it wasn't really for branding, you know. It was more for like drop shipping, really. And we did the strip we were selling back then. We really tried to like build it into a brand immediately, which worked at first, but later we fucked up a bit with the advertisements, you know. So after that, we started drop shipping, but mostly based on YouTube videos, man.
And was this all in the Netherlands market, or where were you guys selling?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Netherlands.
So, as I believe, you guys were still like very hard in the testing phase at this time. So, where did things maybe change, or things start maybe picking up, or were the moments you guys started making some good hires, maybe 2021? I want to know like what happened after, for people to know.
So I think in the beginning we were very inconsistent with like e-commerce, man. So we didn't really take the time to find out how to prevent from getting blocked by Facebook. We've tried advertising on TikTok, but then when a store got banned, or like we got banned on Facebook, usually we got demotivated a little bit, quit the store, and then tried a new concept or like a new idea, right? So instead of like focusing really on one thing, we kept bouncing or tried other things, tried different brands, different products, created OPSs. But I think it was around somewhere last year in July, end of July, we said to ourselves, okay, it's now or never. And we saw all these guys succeeding online, right? We said to ourselves, okay, the success is gained by people who are basically most likely less skilled than us in this space, and they're pulling it off. So why can't we? That's when we really started to invest in like Facebook structure. We got a structure between the two of us. Like we both had like things to do every day. I saw the 9 to 5 back then. Um, Find like hours outside of my working hours to like put in a drop shipping business, and we started testing consistently, man. Around 5 a day, 5 products a day, 4 a day, and then we started seeing like small wins, products that had a good ROAS. We started to learning how to read metrics, how to do better research, how to do better copywriting and stuff like that. And that's how it eventually led into the product we're selling right now.
So in July last year, it really took off because you guys had like this mindset shift of, okay, I have to double
Yeah,
down right now because we see others succeed.
yeah, that's when it started. Yeah, man. But it really didn't took off until I think it really took off in November, I would say. And before that, we had like not like really special months, but we were able to like keep testing new products with the revenue we made, right? So we didn't have to put our own money back in it, which was a big thing for us because now we had like free game. It was like testing on creative mode, right? We could just like test every day. We didn't really have to look at our own money that has to be invested into testing. And I think that's a certain point for every dropshipper, which is really nice, or like a milestone, because at that point it's like a dynamo. You can just keep testing without losing money, right?
Was the testing strategy and the ad strategy the same then compared to how you guys do it right now, or what was the strategy you guys used at the time?
We always did the CBO, one ad set, and around 3 to 5 ads, man.
Okay, solid.
Broad, zero interesting. Then we changed. We did a few other things down the road. We did a CBO with like 3 ad sets, one broad, one engaged shopper, and one online shopping or something like that. With local kopers and another one, and that also worked fine, man.
Okay. So then we are in November last year. Yeah, it started picking up. Maybe you can tell a bit about the numbers you were doing at the time. What was working, maybe compared to the years before that you guys were in it, and how did like. I want for the people who are watching this, like, okay, what changed for you guys? Of course, you had like a mindset shift, but maybe practical. What did you guys like do different?
The only thing we did different was just put the work in, man. And that's, I think, the best advice we can give everyone. Of course, we're still beginners in this whole ecom game, but I think the best advice we could give is like, just put the work in, man. You got to put the numbers in. Just test every day, and then it will eventually lead itself. For us, it did. We found this one product in November. I think we did about 10K months, 15K months, but just with a low profit margin, right? Because we tested a lot, so we also lost some money with some products. Some products went okay, but were difficult to scale. And then we found this one product, the product we're building a brand around right now. It didn't even make sales at first, but we were advertising it. And I remember me and Daniel telling each other, we're looking at the product and saying, okay, this is like a crazy CTR, you know? Yeah, and the ads were like shit. So then we said to each other, okay, let's just tweak the product page a bit, tweak the offer a bit, and get new ads. And with the product page, we basically, what we did is instead of having a normal product page, we decided to let the customer land on a big statement first, some reviews, some backstory, and then seeing the actual product, which is basically like a semi-advertorial, I would say. Like it's like a funnel page. Yeah. So we did that. Then I searched up a whole lot of competitors in other markets which were selling the same product, and I just gathered around like 30 of the best ads I could find. I was like saying to myself, then okay, let's just test this out. And then we tested that out in combination with like the new funnel page we've done, and then it just went off, man. It went completely crazy.
So what was maybe like the structure in the funnel page for people to know, or maybe they can try it out for themselves as well?
Yeah, I would say let the people land on like a big statement first, like best ... product of the year, of this year or 2024. Like just a big statement that really makes the people think, okay, I've landed on the main seller of this product, like the most established seller of this product, the leader. Then some Trustpilot reviews on the red, or just some reviews in general, just whatever you feel like, right? Comprehensive reviews.
I think with you guys as well, and looking at your store, you really pinned it down very good at targeting on one specific audience. Once they see it, they instantly feel triggered, compared to going maybe way too broad. I think that's also contributed massively to the success.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Okay, so the months afterwards, I think we are now going into the beginning of this year.
Yeah, so we were still selling on like the general store back then. Then we expanded the product to like a new store, which was like a store dedicated to this product. We tried to set up a brand.
So when was the when was the time, I must say, that you guys went all in? Because like half a year ago, Vince, you said you were still like 9 to 5. I imagine you don't have your 9 to 5 anymore. So when was the moment you guys knew, okay, we have something that really works. We need to maybe build this out to something long term, reinvest the profits as well. Later down the line, of course, you invested also in the program. So walk me through that.
I think around the beginning of August was when we were saying to each other, okay, let's go all in now. There's no going back. We just keep testing until we find a product. Then in November, we got the first good product, switched that to a new store. And then in January, we basically took all our profit. We haven't even seen a single penny then. And we just reinvested it into your program. And I think that's also like a major, for us, it's a major milestone. But as well, it's like a burn the ships mentality, right? So it's no going back from now, man. From this moment, we have to go all in.
So how did that come about? That you guys invested in the program? What was where you guys at maybe a crossroad? What was the decision making behind it?
It's I think it's really important as well to have like current info that's working right now, right? So if you invest in coaching or mentorship or whatever it is, it's best to invest in people who are doing it right now, who can give you the info that you can apply today and see an increase in revenue tomorrow, for example. And that's the reason why I think we're at the right address, or we're at the right address back then.
And in what way, maybe you can give some examples that you see that the info that we shared, or maybe the solutions, that it's so important to have like this info that is actively working right now.
Like for example, the advertorials, the video sales letters, stuff like that we can like we've applied that. Like the day after a coaching call, we started working on that, and we've seen an increase in revenue like 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks after. That's like a big thing. For example, knowing which banks we should work with and which banks not, the VAT solutions, all that kind of stuff. Creating a team as well, for sure. Knowing which people we have to hire. That's also a big thing, because if you want to expand to a team, there's 100 or 1,000 positions you could like hire for your team, but knowing which position to hire right now at this a specific moment could also be hard, and that's also something you can be helped with. So that.
So how was the because you guys, I think January, you guys beginning January, you guys joined, right? So how was end of January? How were the last 2 months?
Yeah, great, man. Great. We did like January, we did like 100, right? Something like that. And then February, of course, due to Chinese New Year, we had to scale down a bit. But then after applying all the tips we've got from you and Dennis, Ruben, we still managed to do like 150, close to 200K in like the last 2 weeks of November, something like that. So that's crazy for us.
Of February, you mean, or? You said
Yeah, like the 2 weeks following after Chinese New Year.
okay. Yeah, nice. So,
Yeah.
we briefly touched on how important it is to of course build a team and with our help to which hires to make. So maybe you can tell a bit about that. What hires? How does the team maybe look right now?
So at this moment, we have 3 employees, all on freelance basis. We have a customer service employee. We have someone who does a social media manager, and we have a video editor. And the customer service employee, what she does speaks for itself, I think. She just handles all the customer complaints or questions very well. And then we have the social media manager who uses tools like later.com to make sure all our platforms are like up to date. We have nice content on it posted. And what she also does is a task I gave her a few days ago is doing outreach to people to ask them if they would like get a free sample of our product in exchange for some content, some UGC, right? So I gave her the tip to like go to our competitors, go to their following, and just message a lot of people each day, like 30 to 50. And that's working good so far. So I think already 5 people have responded, which are who are willing to like receive one of our products in exchange to create some content. So that's nice. And then we have the video editor, and he is all about creating new VSLs for our brand, analyzing which VSLs are working. I'm doing that together with him, and then creating new videos based on the videos that are working well right now. Also, like combining footage from our agency, for example, new footage into best-selling or best-running videos and creating new ones, man. So we have a great dynamic, I think, between our team.
When it comes to, for example, the VSLs and the creatives, do you guys have maybe specific competitors you look at, or maybe in
Yeah, for sure, man.
markets? How do you guys go about it? Because of course you have the editor and you do it like simultaneously, fine tune it. So yeah, what is maybe the strategy? How you look at it?
Yeah, so at first, our first batch of VSLs I've created when like going all in after Chinese New Year were basically just based on our best running video. The best running video was just 90% copied from a competitor. And after that, all the VSLs were just basically based on that first batch. And now, actually, especially after a call we did with Dennis the other day, I've called with my video editor today, and we went over a competitor together, and I've now given him the task to do a bit of research. He's doing some research, I'm doing some research to look what we find in our competitors' ads and how we can apply that to our feature ads. We also are in touch with a few agencies which should like content. We have one woman who does like all our voiceovers. So those elements I will also be like copying from our competitors to see how we can apply that to our videos, because we've scaled back to 10K days 4 or 5 times now, and each time it was just a matter of having the right creatives, man. So I think that's really an important thing.
Yeah, I think with also the goals you guys have, and to go to 1 million a month, you just need a lot of creatives. You know, we see it as with so much budget we put into the ads. Our content team is really big, especially if you compare it. The only department that is bigger with us is customer service, but that's for the most companies, right? Besides that, our creative team is the biggest. So yeah, for you guys,
man,
the same.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely say that's also where most of our attention goes to now, time and money.
Yeah. So what are maybe your guys' like objectives, things that you guys want to do in order to go to that 1 million a month?
I think cash flow was a big thing up until now, actually, because we used to have a Shopify hold of like 20% since the beginning of the store. But yesterday or the day before, I think, after just messaging them and explaining that everything that we're doing is like correct, everything is going great, we have a very low return rate, and saying that we need that money in order to scale more or buy more stock. They just released a hold, so that's perfect. So we could use that money now from now on to scale even harder. Yeah, I would say that was the biggest obstacle until now, man.
Yeah, and you guys will. That's also why I wanted to hop with you guys on this call, this interview, right? Because you guys are doing good. It's catching up, but it's nowhere near we are gonna go. And I think it's very nice to have this interview now and then in 5 months time, for example, to look back on the numbers you guys are doing then, because there's so much more to achieve, right?
Yeah.
Maybe what is good as well to look at is, okay, you guys are at this now doing around 200K a month right now, right? But with very good profit margin. Margin is around 40%, 50%.
Yeah, man.
So now being at this level, what advice would you give to maybe when you guys were in 2020, maybe stuck, or maybe even 6 months ago, right? Before you guys were like, fuck it, we need to go all in. You were maybe 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, what would you say to someone being at maybe that crossroad?
Just keep testing, man. To everyone out there who's like testing right now, like is thinking about starting to drop ship, just keep going. But when you decide for yourself that you are going to step a foot into this game, just go all in, because I think you're wasting your time if you're like doing this like half.
Yeah, very good, guys. Two things I want to end this interview on. So
Yeah.
what I would like to know, because of course it's for me one of the biggest blessings is of course all the success, but also now to have it together with my brother and have like a good partnership. I think you guys have a good partnership and understand each other well as well. So what tip would you give to someone who also maybe has a friend, has a brother? You guys even started out together, which I think can also be difficult because you have to have the same vision and energy you put into it, right? You cannot give 100% and the other person 20%. That will cause a lot of friction. So yeah, maybe some advice on that in general.
When you work with like someone and you work together, it's important to like communicate every day, man. Even if you have like setbacks, just get together, envision your goal, and keep telling yourself that it will come, man. Even if you have like 6 setbacks in a week or something like that, that's what we used to do. You know, we also had like very bad weeks, and we would just like laugh at it, right? And we just say, okay, man, just keep going, man. What if we can't stop, we can't fail. That's always what we told ourselves. So of course you would need someone who you can trust totally, especially when big money is coming in. But communication is very important, man. We did a call, even though we lived pretty far away from each other, like
really?
a small hour drive. We would still call every day, man. 30 minutes, even if there wasn't really much to talk about, we would still call and just brainstorm a bit about what the future could bring.
That's crazy. Even I thought you guys lived like nearby, but
No, man, no. Yeah, we used to, but I moved. Now
okay.
we live like a small hour drive from each other. And what's your opinion on this, Samuel? Maybe we could ask you the same question since you also work with a partner.
Yeah, so you have to have the same type of goals and be willing to sacrifice the same. I think in the beginning,
Hmm.
when me and Ruben we were very good together, but not in business, and I think that was because at the time I was willing to give up more, to miss out on more things, to work harder, to research more, and I think once his eyes opened, like okay, I want to also achieve this for myself. I want to achieve this success myself, not just be there next to Samuel, just being the little brother. I want to also become a person of value myself. I think from that moment, a lot has changed. And
Yeah.
for me also, and I think it's also because I was already a bit further. I had to also let certain things go because you cannot learn or someone cannot learn if the other person already does half of the job, right? You have to make your own failures, look at it from your own perspective, fall flat on your face yourself, and also find where you are good and where you are maybe weak. And I think both in the partnership should have a little advantage maybe in a certain a certain thing compared to the other. And
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
it should only make each other stronger, right? So Ruben is, for
yeah,
example, very good on people management, managing the team, and I'm not good at that at all, right? So
hmm
that helps each other, and yeah, that's what I would say.
yeah, man. Even disagreeing can be a healthy thing, you know, as long as you communicate with each other, because it's good to have like multiple perspectives of like a certain situation. You can only learn from it.
Yeah, and don't take shit personal. You
Right.
have
Yeah.
to be able to be completely honest with each other, and if things are shit, just tell each other it's shit. And if the other made a
Yeah.
mistake, the other made a mistake, and not see it as a personal attack and instantly get all frustrated and that, right? We all have a big ego, right? But I think the best thing is, for example, at times it's business, right? You will also have obstacles that you can just look each other in the eyes. Okay, we are slacking here. This needs to change, and yeah, just go ahead from there.
Yeah.
Very good interview, and also yeah, thanks also for being open about like the come up and where you guys started. So yeah, maybe to end it, yeah, how was the program overall, and how was it also to, for example, have a coach such as Dennis to fall back on, or me, or maybe even Ruben? How was that? Maybe at times that, for example, you guys ran into issues with the business that were new for you. Yeah, how was?
Yeah. Yeah, amazing until now, because we do like a call with Dennis mostly um, about every 2 weeks, and then once in a time with you or Ruben, which are usually about more specific subjects. I feel so. And with Dennis, it's like a general look about the business, and each time we do a call, it gives us a lot of new insights, man, and it opens our eyes and let us think, okay, we have to grind even more. We're not there yet. There's a lot to be done.
Awesome.
Exactly, man. So every time we hang up with the call, I'm all fired up, you know. And Daniel the same. And we're like, okay, let's get this shit going, man. There's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, it is good, you know, that you have that, because
Yeah, man.
e-com ecom is just fun. You have to also see it like that. It's a game. You are here in your laptop. You are making money from behind your desk, right? So also make it fun for yourself. And also, I think when you come, for example, out of a call with Dennis and you have all these new insights, you should have that fire inside of you, compared to, oh, we have to change this around. Oh, fuck, I don't want to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. We always look at this as like opportunities to get better, man. And
Yeah,
one of the things he has learned us, or me, I think for Daniel, the same thing, is that you can never stop learning from competitors, man. Because each time we keep coming back to like our competitors, even though some competitors might hit less revenue than us, some even hit more. We can never stop learning from them, and we're doing something that's working right now, but that doesn't mean that we can keep doing more things that are working, or like get inspired by competitors who might do other things that are working for them, right? So
it's so
it's a good
underrated.
lesson.
Like good competitor analysis is so underrated, because if you can find others that are doing those numbers already, then basically you are already see what they are doing. So it's just testing it
Yeah,
out for yourself, and there's
yeah,
big likelihood it will work.
yeah, yeah. Agreed.
Okay, yeah, awesome interview, guys. I don't know if you have anything else you want to get off your chest. Besides that, we just gonna keep going. We have I think 4 more months that we will for sure work together in the mastermind. So it's gonna be exciting
Yeah,
to see.
yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
Awesome, Winston, Daniel, thanks, and everyone watching. You heard it, because just to end it on, how old are you guys?
23 now.
Both 23. Yeah.
He's 22.
Oh, 22. Yeah. And either way, very solid, because, yeah, we will go to the 7-figure months, and then from there, yeah, it's game over. So, part two must be here in a few months' time.
For sure, man.
Okay, guys. All right. Take care. See you. Yeah.
Same to you, man. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Ciao.